What's up, guys? Okay, well, we have found ourselves in Illinois with the Robbins Police Chief Carl Scott, and he's going to show you how much the police department just loves the First Amendment and First Amendment auditors by assaulting the auditor named Tyrant Terminator Audits. And they're calling him James, and they're only calling him James. Anyway, he's in a public building where he can publicly record, and let's see what the cops think about that. So, here we go.
An update to a story we were the first to bring you about the turmoil brewing.
Also, this is from a year ago. This is how fast government wants to be transparent.
In the south suburbs, where the Robbins police chief abruptly resigned amid claims he assaulted a man in Village Hall.
That man sat down exclusively with our own Andrew Ramos to tell his story for the very first time.
I didn't know. You know, I started thinking about all type of stuff like George Floyd. I just started thinking about it. You know, my mind was just racing.
His followers know him as Tyrant Terminator Audits on YouTube, and because of what happened to him, we're only going to use his first name, James, as he says he's still coping with trauma.
How you doing, officer?
Good, how you doing?
Pretty good.
It's an exchange James has had countless times,
You cannot videotape
where he films interactions with
You can absolutely videotape in a government building. That's a taxpayer building, thank you.
officers
You don't rest, but you can't stay here all day.
and other public employees in government buildings. A form of activism is called an audit, all to test whether First Amendment rights are respected. On July 1st, a visit to Robbins Village Hall, he says, spiraled out of control when he came face-to-face with former acting police chief Carl Scott.
He pulled out his personal phone. He started recording me, and I told him that I was going to get a FOIA for that video that he was making, and I was there to, file a complaint.
A FOIA is a Freedom of Information Act request, a form requesting records from a public agency, and that complaint is for what James says was over his...
Also, this is the chief. Can we stop? Shave all that shit. They should all be clean shaven. This looks like shit. That's why they act like shit.
first visit to Village Hall back in March, when he first met Scott. That encounter captured on video.
Okay, right now you have to leave.
It ended in an arrest where James was charged with disorderly conduct and breach of peace.
And they create the disorderly conduct and the breach of peace by escalating and not de-escalating. Then what they do? They charge you with it.
Both charges later dismissed. His return to Village Hall started out like they all do, on a cell phone. But this time around, James said things took a very scary turn when the acting chief did not let him leave. Now, footage of that encounter, unclear, because his phone was taken from him.
He started to ask me for my personal information, like my name and stuff, and where's your ID.
As he is escorted to a back room, James says Chief Scott smacked his phone, which was recording everything, out of his hand. It's the last time James saw the device.
So he grabbed me by the back, slammed me up against the wall in the corner, and he opened up this door to the back, and there's two officers with us, Officer Harden, Officer Sergeant Yates, and
That stopped none of it.
he took me in this room, slammed me down on like this little metal plate where you sit at, and he told the two officers to cut the cameras off. And they just started beating me.
That attack, he says, lasted about 10 minutes, where acting Chief Scott repeatedly punched him in the face and head, while the other two officers looked on and did nothing. At any point, did you think this is it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. Especially when he asked the officer to go get a baton, man. I was like, oh, he'll probably beat me to death.
Photos taken after James was released, where he was issued a nuisance-related charge, appear to show severe bruising and swelling to his face, which he says was accompanied with severe headaches. James now being represented by attorney Jed Stone.
This is a horrible thing to do to a First Amendment advocate.
It's a horrible thing to do to anybody. Wonder how many times he's gotten away with it.
It will not be tolerated, and they will have to pay.
While not giving specifics, the incident was recently addressed by Mayor Darren Bryant at a village meeting when he announced that Acting Chief Scott had been relieved of his duties, hinting that footage may soon be released.
I want you all to brace what may happen in the next couple of weeks. Something might be released.
May happen in the next couple of weeks. This is from a year ago.
Maybe not.
Something like this needs to definitely get out. So, hope, wishing, and praying that no one else will have to go through something of this nature.
Now, CBS News Chicago has filed multiple requests to obtain all the footage surrounding this incident that resulted in the acting chief to resign, including James's video that he owns and the video from inside Village Hall that you own. A spokesperson for the village told us that they have no further comment on this case, referring us to the Cook County Sheriff's Office. That we're going to stay on top of this story. When we get an update, we will give it to you. Reporting in the village of Robbins, Andrew Ramos, CBS News Chicago.
Yeah, sure, of course. Let's go down to the bottom and check out the comments. Then we'll go see the body cam footage that they released a year later. Cameras are everywhere, but one in a citizen's hand makes everyone freak out. Absolutely. Those good cops sure did show the bad one who's the boss. Yes. So sorry for what happened to you. Hope you feel better soon, James. Mike. Been watching TTA for a long time, but I had no idea this happened to him. The government is so accustomed to operating without transparency. We've obviously allowed it as citizens. They continue to strip away rights, and we stand idly by and watch. I admire the strength and courage of these auditors. Hope justice prevails and federal civil rights charges are filed. Probably taxpayers will pay, serving and protecting the system. The woman who started this should be prosecuted. Justice for Sonia Massey, absolutely. James is the most professional, non-confrontational, and non-aggressive guy there is. James is very respectful and polite guy as well when he's doing his audits. I ain't never seen him curse, yell, or act crazy ever. They will have to pay. Who are you kidding? The taxpayers will have to pay, not the criminals. Exactly. So let's go see the body cam footage. It just came out a few days ago. That they were going to release May. When he said May, you knew damn well they weren't going to release that anytime soon.
Shocking and what some call disturbing body camera video this week of the now former...
Can we appreciate, I think that's a sergeant, and this one, and there might be one more over here. Watching as this one does this, wonder how many times they collectively have done this and not been caught.
Robbins police chief beating a man in an interview room.
Tonight in an interview you'll see only on CBS News Chicago, former Chief Carl Scott spoke to our Jermont Terry, apologizing and taking...
Yeah, this is July 1st, 2024, and this just came to light a few days ago, so we're in December 2025. So I'm about almost a year and a half.
Responsibility for what happened.
For more than a year, the former Robbins police chief has been under scrutiny for what played out in the lobby here at the police station. Carl Scott recently pled guilty to battery and is breaking his silence about a decision which cost him his career.
I don't care what you got.
Not exactly. It only cost him his career in Illinois. Coming soon to a town near you.
You're watching Carl Scott roughing up a man in the back room of the Robbins Police Department. The incident happened in July 2024.
You'd think the good cops would stop it. Where the good cops at you keep hearing about?
But the body camera worn by officers is just getting released of the then chief of police losing his cool and becoming violent.
Everybody needs to know the why, not the one-sided narrative.
Also, you gotta appreciate the fact that says citizens first. Does that mean citizens first as citizens first, like they're before us, or U.S. citizens first?
Everybody needs to know the why, not the one-sided narrative.
Scott understands.
Now he's gonna cry and boo-hoo because he got caught.
The video is damning, and he admits on that day he should have done one thing:
walk away.
Instead, Scott says he let this man, who CBS Chicago identified as James, get the best of him. James came into the station filming and refused to stop recording.
Open to the public. You can record anything you can see in public in a public building. What you can't do is go through closed doors, unless it's like the front door. Like if there's an office or something here, you can't open the door and go in. But if it's glass, you can record in it. You can record whatever you can see. This is the transparency they keep saying. Transparency. We want to release this for transparency. No.
When Scott was called down to the lobby, he claims the man threatened his family.
When we humanize the badge, so when we
They
humanize
can stop with that too.
that, then we understand. You understand the frustration. You understand what it took. You understand what's at stake. Do you understand what you're protecting?
Is that some tattoos? Was that a Blue Line gang member? Yep.
So then the badge meant nothing at that point.
His actions cost him his badge.
I first initially came to Robbins as the deputy chief.
And his law enforcement career, which included 23 years as a federal agent before joining Robbins PD.
A defaming of my name has caused a strike.
Defaming of your name? Anything they're saying about you, you brought on yourself.
Strike against my integrity.
But the man on the end of those punches described a much scarier situation that day.
And he told the two officers to cut the cameras off. And they just start beating me.
What did you mean
Right there.
when you said cut the cameras off?
He meant shut the cameras off because we don't want this getting out. That's exactly what he meant.
My mind wanted to hold a conversation with him.
Scott
did not.
resigned days before the Robbins mayor wanted to terminate him. And he hopes any cop or person can learn from what he calls
Yep, there you go. Blue Line gang member.
a huge lapse in judgment.
One mistake doesn't define a person.
And after that 2-year probation period, Scott won't be watched anymore, but he will never be allowed to work in law enforcement again here in Illinois.
Only in Illinois, but he can go anywhere else and work in law enforcement. Like I said, coming soon to a town near you.
In Robbins, Jermont Terry, CBS News, Chicago.
The city of Robbins tells us what you saw in the body cameras was the reason the mayor immediately placed Scott on leave. A spokesman adds Scott's behavior was not indicative of village standards.
Really? Because we watched two not stop any of it.
We did not hear back from the man assaulted or his attorney about Scott's claims his family was threatened.
Anywho, let's see what the comments got to say about this one right quick. Then we'll be out of here. Also, like 82% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button. And the Oscar goes to, what a clown. Yes. He's full of crap. These cops watching need to be held accountable too. Absolutely. His tears faker than the spray on beard. Absolutely. You saw no tears streaming. Dude, sorry. Alright, sorry he got busted. Yes. I hate that painted on beard. He looks ridiculous. The fake crying. Yes. It's more sickening. 2 officers stood by and allowed it. Absolutely. Not the police chief crying, not a teardrop. Absolutely. Cut the cameras off means so we can talk. Nope, means so we can do some beatdown. He's used to doing that. It looks so natural to him. Yes. He's always did this. This isn't his first time. That's what I'm saying. The cops that stood by and did nothing should be fired as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, that's where we're at with this one. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Also, again, like 82% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button and we'll move along. Let me know what you think about this one, and I'm out.